Okay. I'll make sure I don't touch kids. What? What? No, I thought I heard you wrong. I was hoping I didn't hear you right. Okay. I was hoping I didn't hear you right.
You're hoping. You never know.
Yeah. Alrighty. So where do I branch off? No. Alrighty. So just going back, seeing what new choices I can take. No. I'm streaming. I'm streaming this game that I like. It's a story game. So I'm also recording myself and then I'm posting it on YouTube. If you want to watch me play. That was fucking weird.
You take the blade from the table, turning its tip towards the unsuspecting princess. Thank you.
Wait. No. You barbarian, what are you doing?
Wait.
But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and strike. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as the blade falls, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you.
I'm not gonna lie, the reason that I didn't record another session for a while was because I didn't want to continue. Honestly, I just wanted to end right there.
Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
Fucking cock.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult.
That's a horrible achievement. I hate that achievement.
I feel sick.
Good.
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
Get over it? You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
You raise the blade,
okay.
aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
Exactly, you're not doing this.
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstifleable. Haven't you? Haven't you all?
I don't believe this.
What? What don't you believe?
You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor.
Oh, okay.
You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry.
I don't like how he can control some things and then just like stop in like the worst possible moment.
That's right. you're all sorry.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, that's interesting.
You're on a path.
You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
What was the other one? You're in a okay.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
Us.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here. Oh, and I'm still here too.
Why is it? Where's that like trumpet music coming from?
If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
Why does
It's
he
our
know that?
third. What gave it away? Your open discussions.
I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again?
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
It's away with words.
Don't provoke him. I prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying. Why not? You've already done it twice.
It was unpleasant.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too.
Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
You can't run from your consequences forever. One way or...
Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up at the cabin, but everything is getting fuzzy.
Well, that's just
What's
automatically
going on?
ending.
Where are we? I don't know. But it feels like home.
Of course, oblivion is what we deserve.
Oh, shoot, sure about that. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, sound of many sounds, undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance, fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration, this vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Come here, wake up. It's not. I don't know.
You're
Yeah,
on a
so I
path
basically denied
in
it.
the woods, and at the
Load.
You horrid
Yeah, so that's
monster.
just kind of.
Oh, if
I
you
Nothing ending.
and don't mind it. Can I?
Well, I'm not.
I'm looking. Can I?
Proceed to the cabin.
I'm sure
I was
you've
just
already
kinda,
heard my words of
saying
warning in
no,
one of your
and nothing
past
happens.
lives. You've already managed to slay her once. Just don't muck it up this time, all right?
Oh, we'll
we
muck it
didn't.
up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
It's
Whatever you
not.
do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it. I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful.
Oh,
Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens.
philosophy.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
To the cabin.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her?
Our beloved. So she does live.
She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
Just a mirror.
The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again.
Ah, yes, the mirror. So we can see the monster we've become. If it even lets us look before it vanishes too.
The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you.
No.
Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our heart.
What is actually for this ghost character?
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
There's the
You
mirror.
make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yes. Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way.
It's time for all of you to see what we've become.
reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So
My guy
much
tried to
for
help
our
us like we
reflection.
won.
We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us.
No way left to go but down.
I clicked too fast.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality.
So weird way to describe
A
it.
wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again.
My love!
She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Sorry about last time. Are we good? Is anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here. Or proceed down the stairs.
You receive no response. Do you think
Difficult.
she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed
Yeah,
after
looks
what
like
happened
women.
last time. I feel so exposed.
Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Where is it? Where do we
A
kill her?
skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the
I
wall
think we killed
by
her
a heavy
upstairs.
chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No. What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Yeah, it definitely seems alive and well, but
Whatever we saw was a ghost. Thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
when did it get a lock?
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table.
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice, I missed you too, my beloved.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes, seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
What?
Oh, there we go. Sorry, my headset cut out for some reason.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire. She's trying to kill us.
Yep.
A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Of course you do. Why'd you close the door, let me out, you're trying to kill me? I'm going to burn. Are you mad at me for killing you? I'm sorry. Rush for the blade, rush to the door. Blade.
As you rush up the stairs towards the princess, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You push through the flames, trying to ignore the choking hot air filling your lungs, and manage to reach her, your hand wrapping around the hilt of the blade. The metal is already blistering hot. Your hand sizzles as it melts on contact. You can't so much as pull away, your nerves seizing up as they're fried, the bones of your hand fusing in place around the weapon.
That's interesting. That's great, actually. Yeah.
The princess, smiling warmly as her skin bubbles away, places her hand on yours and clutches it to her chest. The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
That's a horrible description.
But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad. It was so bad. But somehow, nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it. There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
I mean, if we die, they kind of will.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin. It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy.
I think that's the worst definition of a happy ending. Great.
She's gone.
Where does... There's that mirror.
Same stuff.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve. Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time. I'm
Where's the
begging you,
mirror?
don't do this. It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Forgot to read all of
What is
Set. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Poacher.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? Gift of fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? What are there? Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack, destroy. What are you?
I am solitary light.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Bitch, that got erased, burned.
This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart.
That's ironic.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I'm scared that I'll find a way to kill you. How much will I forget? How many more pieces of soul, pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do? Okay, maybe forget. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
You're on a path.
Right. So that's. Wait. Hey Shadow, do you have anything to say?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, be giving us the cold shoulder. Regardless, it would.
He says his words are just for me. He says he.
This isn't.
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
Flames roar and the shadow comes
This is
dancing
now.
across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
Mahjong?
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Great, we don't even have a rule book. That means we can make up as many rules as we want. And we will. don't worry, I am excellent at cheating. She'll never suspect a thing. I don't think it really matters. This all kind of feels like we're just filling time, you know? What, you don't want to win? To show our prowess in all avenues and accumulate respect? Wow, you would be hopeless without me. Count your lucky stars I'm here. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is.
Goodness.
The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic
Oh, this is
lows
not
of
my genre.
miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
The climax? I'm a child.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And
What?
so you start over. She only made us start over because we were winning. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Boom. And there you have it. What did I tell you? Am I great at games or am I great at games?
What? That notification. Are you? Hmm? Oh my god, none of that was recording. Zero from here.
The torch had given God.
He said he's.
What am I supposed to do?
yeah.
The flame. What? You and the princess.
Oh,
And she only made us start over. Time passes. You play the game. Boom. And there you have it. What did I tell you? My great at...
oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination.
This is almost just like the other.
Winning and losing
Version of
become
this.
nothing but ends. And even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish. Till finally,
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
as the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is awful. Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together? We just have to stay positive and realize how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have. Yeah, sure.
actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
She's being defensive. And we all know being defensive is a sign of weakness.
I don't like where you're taking that. We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
Don't worry what's gonna happen. If you do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose? Sonos isn't real. We need to wrap this up. Does it go out?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
That's that, huh? Why are you crying? Are you okay? Well, this sucks. You can open your eyes. I'm still here now. Nothing's changed. We're just in the dark. Sorry, I feel like all this is my fault. Are you okay?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Whatever happened between us wasn't real. This is real. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can. I'm not sure I've had further chance to figure out how I feel about you. I just wanted to leave since the moment I found myself in the woods. No, slay the princess, say nothing. Since we've already gone through the other routes, I'm gonna say slay the princess.
You sure you want to do that?
He's questioning me now?
You're sending us some real mixed signals, boss. I suppose I am. I'm just worried that I might have made a terrible mistake. A terrible mistake? Isn't she supposed to end the entire world? Yes, and that hasn't changed. I'm just not sure the world I want is worth it.
What?
But how can a saved world ever be worse than one that's gone? See, that's exactly what I thought. Think what you will. I'm only here to guide you. You're the one who makes the decisions. Well, well, looks like there's nobody around who can tell us what to do anymore. First the shadows got blown out, now even the
how
big shot
exchanges
narrator
do.
man is having doubts. We don't need to waste our time slaying her. We've clearly won.
I know what I decided to do. Slay the princess. The
The princess doesn't try to flee as murderous intent settles into your eyes. Nor does she resist as you wrap your fingers around the blade dangling from her neck.
This is gonna hurt.
As the weapon sinks deep into her heart, all she manages are 3 muttered words.
It's finally over.
I didn't think it would be so awful to help you see this through, but all of this was for a reason. The world is better
You
off
felt.
I really hope that's true. They always say it's lonely at the top. I didn't think they actually meant it.
I feel cool. But I guess I've felt that way for a long, long time.
That was horrible. I did not like that. I fished her hard. You do not see her die. Something is taken away. Someone's
She's
in
gone.
place.
Where did she go?
No. Load. Not making that mistake again. Yes.
Oh, but
Does the prince call you? He think what you and the no boss.
stop. I meant it when I said I want.
I like this music. I'm just doing this because I like seeing this part and because I need to redo that save. Because I missed it all.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Is that? I'm begging you.
There, doesn't care. No one
This.
it's your reflection. Cabin. Approach
Something.
What happens now?
Nothing. There is. Bring me.
Okay.
She asks that I do. You won't.
Okay.
You're on a.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? And then you step. Ah, happy ending.
We did it. What should we do now?
You're on a path.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so that was not where my original save was. So that's still safe.
You're on a path.
Was safe, put that there. Don't think it'll affect loading. Yes.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had.
You walk. I am.
Huh?
Oh,
Thank
you're no. They're large.
I'm guessing.
Made that.
Okay.
With someone. Easier.
I heard that
There's a slip
if I
that she written for. You won't. Had you cut the blade? She did know. How?
Thank you. Now let's.
No. Watch. Okay. There's no going back now.
Wait.
I'm
No,
with you
no,
to
no,
the
no.
end.
No, go back. Shoot. Well, I will leave that for later. was completely wrong. Okay, well, if I hit quit. Yes. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Alright, wait for this to load again, I guess. I gotta try starting again. Ah, great. All of the bad endings. It's interesting how 100%ing this is getting me, or trying to, is getting all these stuff, even though I'm not even really. Oh, that's because it's DLC ending, that's right.
You're on a path.
Okay.
You make your award. She will. We're not going to ignore. The interior blade.
Okay. Yes, rewrite that. Okay. To the basement.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Shh. What endings were there? I don't think there's any. Oh, I gotta redo the gray. I'll save that for last.
Hello? Is someone there?
Load. So let's go to this.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Okay.
You bring the blade down to strike, but she's fast.
This is where we
She
start killing
ducks to
her.
the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
Sorry, headphones cut out again. I don't want to get new ones, but I might have to. One with an actually decent plug. Could have gotten out of here together. You just lying to me this whole time.
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
No, I don't. Just don't click. Movement now.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Weird.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
Wait.
Some more finagling. It's just with the mouse. One move the laptop as little as possible. So probably actually gonna end up getting a new headset. This one's stuck. But I pretty much just need to click at this point. Okay, let's see.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh,
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning before you go any further.
that's not what I wanted to do.
She will lie, she will cheat, and don't
Yeah, I know.
worry, you can trust us to get the job done.
It's always so the open. Yeah, bastard. Now again.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Close the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next. What are you talking?
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Hang on. Stay there. Load back.
Okay, stop. You bring the but she's far.
We could have. I don't know.
She, it's not. You, if we come as much as everything goes. A warning. The intent. The
Swear. Put this one. Yes.
well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not editing this
The
to
air
make
smells of dirt and copper.
censored
It's thick and
with the
wet,
blood and
as if
stuff.
your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Very helpful.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She
No.
seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Oh. Sorry, Fisher. It's called Slay the Princess. You still watching? No, Chester? Yeah, got it. Yeah, I'm just going through the different routes. There's a couple that I like based off of this one.
Let's chat her up a bit
I'll start with
first.
the bad
Maybe
one.
we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Also don't like the voice of the opportunist. At what point did you start watching?
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Let's see. I made a mistake. We all make mistakes. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right? I get the sense you're not happy with me. Died last time, you didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I don't be out of here? I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving by. I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time. I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. Okay, so save. Okay. Resume. Ready. Okay. Let's just go through some dialogue because I kind of wanna. Who should I pick? Oh, the stream's really lagging behind. I'm watching it right now. Yeah, it is a simple game title. It's really annoying how bad the lag is. I'm gonna sit here and wait for it to kind of catch up roughly. See if I can find the charger. Wow, I just stabbed her in the heart. I think I did that 3 times so far. So. Oh wait, 2 of the times were when the stream wasn't doing the video, which was annoying as well. Yeah, she did. Wait, is that one of the options? She killed me last time. No, it's a full 3-minute delay. She. Well, for story purposes, going with that one.
You were the one who tried to kill me when my back was turned. You were the one who started all of this. Only a poor loser twists their own failures around on the winner.
Valid. The blade, leave her in the basement. Delicious.
Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness?
No.
Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Don't care.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
Yeah, there's too big of a delay.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
Inky.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin
Dig
and
the
spin
music.
and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing it. Right, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you. You're hideous. Absolutely wretched. just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us, kick her in the shins. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Are we at the bottom of the barrel? We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great.
Yeah, no,
Keep playing
so the
dirty if
messages
that's
pop
what it
up
takes.
late too. It's so weird. Oh no, you're reading it, you're watching it late, and then I'm like super far ahead.
But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop?
So it's like responding to your stuff is just massively delayed.
You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting.
This is a way to stop the delay.
What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the Book of Honourable Combat. Both you and the princess have broken a dozen times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning? Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
You hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them. As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see...
That's right. What about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they'll crush me. As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you, especially if I get to see it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction.
Why do you have to add the antisocial part?
The roots grow ever closer. We know, we can see them.
Make them stop, you can make them stop, right? Why though? Why are you doing this? Come on, they're pressing in on me, they're sucking in on you. This sucks. We're not animals, we're people who can work savage, make things better. I can take it all back, I can help you get out of here, you and I can work together, we can be friends. I'm sorry, give up and await your death, go out fighting. Go out fighting.
The princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lift it delicately off the ground, but the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure
I
is
would.
unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wild, though. That's interesting. I didn't think it would lead to this.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end.
This is one of the really peaceful
But something
ends
cold
things.
and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
No, I haven't just tried to slay her at the beginning. I kinda went on that. I just went through like the best ending, and then I'm just kind of doing variations off of that, and then I'm like changing it. So this is generally where most of the good endings are at.
His
Like this
gaze
is a
pushes
pretty decent
against our
ending,
borders,
depending on what you do.
curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
It's really cool
He
ending.
tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed. And what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving? Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest. There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happened to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad. And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end, the princess included.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't
Oh, yeah,
understand.
the reason I haven't slain her
We aren't
to start
convinced
out with
of
was
anything,
because
and we aren't stuck together.
I like the other endings
We're
better.
one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
What is he? Why should anyone do anything right now? It's fine. I like being this. Why are you being nice and you don't hate me? Don't you sort of hate each other? You feel pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about it? This is how it's supposed to be, but what do we do now? Wherever we are right now is an abomination and I want out. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be mean. You're supposed to be something that isn't me. Okay, you narrator, how do I stop her? Or do nothing? Gonna go like do this.
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength.
Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt? You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere at once, just in the right place at the right time.
Gee, I feel like that's your motto. It's doing that again. I'm trying to charge my phone too, so it's doing weird stuff.
You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
What? Yeah. See, my phone's being weird. Trying to charge it. Guess it's dying.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
Snickers. Okay then. We don't need to be all on this probably. Single hole of this cage and break it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain your ground around you becomes dry, unstable, and crumbles into nothing.
Yeah, my headset's starting to stop working, so it's pretty new actually. So that's great. Spent like 80 bucks on it.
This place will fall apart before you find its end.
Mm-hmm.
This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
That's right, I know a loser when I see one. Call his bluff.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
You won't find anything if I have to starve you. If I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
When you do find something, its folds move gently buckles and cracks under the pressure of your consciousness flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it, and free us all.
No, stop!
Lee disappeared at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gazed to the tiniest hole in the wall that the place to each be.
Job well done, team. Just like I'd planned. Oh, can it? This was all of us, fighting as one.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful.
And then it's gone.
Where did it go?
Why is everything so cold?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? I'm begging you. It's different. Screw them. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Weird part.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings. Yes, nerve. This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for. Nothing, as we are. There is no ex. Bring me more. She asks that I tell you to. You will.
You're on a path in the woods.
Murder.
See?
Still.
As you close one piece, as you brush the silk, she blind, she's distracted. In forever as the prince. Maybe we've got no other eagles. None of us. That's nice. Nobody could play. We're no. No. Excuse you and the prince.
That.
First it's tears, and then.
We escape.
That's. Let
He tried.
Shut up. Shut up. There's yeah, and it's not.
It.
I see.
He, how could you say that? Look at us. We're almost everything. And we can be even more than this. Don't you feel our potential?
No, you're spot on. You exist, and not as some part of a gestalt entity mushed together with bits of you and the princess. You're an individual. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body separate from hers. I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now? And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. She committed a murder-suicide using a living cabin. Right, that was unpleasant. We weren't big fans of that, I think. I'm sure I would have had us do the same thing if we were in her shoes. We really do make a great pair. He's probably just jealous. You need to remember that you and the princess are enemies. Don't let bygones be bygones. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like
She still hates us. It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it. Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me. We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? And we can't both be winners. One of us has to beat the other, right? I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered. And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill. Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
I don't want to kill you, not Billy, but we synchronize each other. That's what we have.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Just ignore him. What's he gonna do? Lecture us into submission? He can talk all he wants. He's weak. Thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like. You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
Carry her up.
I didn't think you would do that. After everything. It's so cold without you.
Notice, but time is the ending, happy ending.
happily ever after. She looked right at you after you and Brad. But with this one, close your mouth. But you don't get the response, but into the grave.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again. I'm begging you, don't. It's different now. Screw the mirror. We just... If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Something finds me in the long.
Is because there's
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is like a shadow of me. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace. Nothing. There is no bring me more. She asks, you won't.
You won't.
You're on a path. You take the blade from the well, if we're that's not... What do you... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. The door to the weak, the air, her voice.
Something. I read.
She must... She's... Look, do you need... Fine. Thank you. You can just make out the...
And there you...
That's no...
So, we've...
She's oh, that's pretty quality. Well, do you remember? No, I'm just... Is it or just... Let's don't talk...
Well...
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her. You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
To you, so I gave you the blade. It does last time, I regret it. Now it's your turn to choose. Both scared and both hurting. Unless I take a chance, we'll probably kill each other better. You want that? I don't. Any better? Too beautiful. I want action save. This feels like a way to do it. Feel like something I know you're probably gonna kill me. Makes that. You like the blade.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in...
Holding.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt.
And then she... What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you! Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond. Everything goes dark, and you die.
This is an original ending, since I got the DLC.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
What do you want? Play the princess. No.
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
Huh? I'll probably go to sleep sometime.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through. It isn't long before you find yourself... I don't know if I'd say... You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here, and if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
What? Huh?
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time.
No.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing?
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me. I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh? want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
Can you put food together?
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed.
Or, hear me out,
we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
Please. Wow.
I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
Oh. So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
You should have kissed her, you fool. It was the perfect moment.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn an innocent like her to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally cut